Heat race number 1 is brought to you by Hunt Brothers Pizza, the official pizza of the Tezos All-Star Circuit of Champions, presented by Mobile One. Download the Hunt Brothers Pizza app to find one of their more than 9,000 locations in a convenience store near you. 8 laps in Hunt Brothers Pizza Heat race number 1. Here is how they'll come to green on the pole from St. Mary's, New South Wales, Australia. The TK Concrete, Maxim Trucking, Logan Contractor Supply, Zip Bonds, Smoker's Choice Cigar Bar, Brownsburg, Indiana, number 55, the Madman, Kerry Madsen. To the outside from Apollo, Pennsylvania, the Mercedes Motorsports Diesel Property Management. Ducati of Pittsburgh, number 42 is Cy Lynch. Row number 2 to the inside from Port Royal, Pennsylvania. He is the mayor of Port Royal, the Valley Supply, Dryden, SC Incorporated, Juniata Concrete, Gibbsville Cheese. Number 5 is Dylan Sisney. To his outside, the fastest car in this heat race from Harrisonville, Pennsylvania. He is a 5-time track champion and former Tuscarora 50 champion from in the Sander Brothers, Glenville Station Pub, Mac McKee Motorsports, Kreitz Track Parts, number 69K, the pilot, Logan Wagner. Third row to the inside from Harrisonville, Pennsylvania. We'll see if he can make the call. The Mac McKee Motorsports, John Ott Racing, GMP Distribution, Alexander Financial Group, 55W is Mike Wagner. And starting 6th from Neptune City, New Jersey, driving the Capital Custom Coaches and Trailers, Coors Banquet Beer, Henry's Wrecker Service, number 91 is Kyle Reinhardt. 4th row to the inside from Sealands Grove, Pennsylvania. That's going to be Michael Walter in the Victory Auto, Roast Post Coffee, Center Roofing, BK Motorsports 77. And to the outside from Fargo, North Dakota, the CarQuest, Ford Performance, Sage Fruit, Curb Records, Magjack Series X by Nivel, number 15. That's the 2018 Tuscarora 50 champion, Donnie Schott. And your final starter comes to us from Douglasville, Pennsylvania. The Rodata Excavating, Bagel Rack, number 20B is Tim Buckwalter. 9 cars for 8 laps. Final chance to get your dirt draft lineup set. Use promo code ALLSTARS, one word, ALLSTARS, and get a free t-shirt, a $50 gift card to Deathridge Opticians, and a $20 gift card to My Race Pass. You have 45 seconds, 1,172 entries tonight. You have to use that promo code ALLSTARS, one word ALLSTARS, to get those free discount codes. Big congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Derek and Abby Ginter. They got married yesterday, Earl. Today, their honeymoon. So congratulations to them.
We also like to give a shout out to Pete Swab and family. Pete brought those horses out this afternoon for this evening's opening ceremonies, which absolutely was a beautiful job by them. So once again, we'd like to thank Pete Swab and her friends and family for coming out here to the Port Royal Speedway and helping out with this evening's opening ceremonies.
55W went to a backup car. You have to follow the tail.
The 55W of Mike Wagner is going to have to fall to the tail, Earl, because he went to a backup car, so we will crisscross from 5th on back. So Kyle Reinhardt will now start 5th with Michael Walter to his outside. Then row 4 will be Donnie Schatz and Tim Buckwalter. And row 5, Mike Wagner.
This heat race is also brought to you by Ickesburg Beverage, located in sunny Perry County. It's always sunny on race day at the Port Royal Speedway, and Ickesburg Beverage loves you race fans and thanks you for your business. Stop by Ickesburg Beverage on your next trip to the track.
Yeah, I should hit that up. Hey, Ickesburg Fall Festival this weekend, Earl, as well.
Yeah.
I learned that driving through beautiful downtown Ickesburg at the Tuscarora 50 a month ago. This is obviously our makeup during the monsoon season during mid-September here in Port Royal. Yeah, I drove right by Ickesburg Beverage. Gave a wave, said, hey, they sponsor Port Royal.
And they have for quite some time.
Quite the drive to get to Ickesburg from here. Pretty, very pretty.
Very pretty.
I mean, it's an easy drive, but it's a little windy through the mountain. And
thankfully for the fall foliage, it'll get you through that drive.
Oh, that'd be beautiful right now. Look at the line at Packers Concessions. They're making that $500 back that they gave to Rico Abreu earlier for quick time. Big thank you to Packers too, because they gave $500 out at the rain out a couple of weeks ago, because we did get through qualifying in September, so they've doubled up. We appreciate that. They didn't have to do that.
So we're giving a couple of laps for the drivers to buzz the surface.
Of course, the final event of the year for the Tezos All-Stars.
Row 3. 91.
All right, we'll go lights out here.
97.
Going to go lights out here.
97.
Big thank you to Eddie Gilstrap Motors and Sharp Advantage Safety Products for their support of our pace truck all season long.
All right, gentlemen, lights out. We'll go green next time. Bye.
I'd like to welcome one of our fur babies down in turn number 1 and 2.
Everybody else knows
Colby Ort, our four-legged friend, enjoying the racing here tonight in the infield in turns number 1 and 2. Well, Blake, here we go. Lights are out on top of the John Schaefer Dodge Pace Truck. Kerry Madsen and Cy Lynch make up your front row. Remember, 8 laps are the distance. Top 3 finishers out of the heat race make it into tonight's Tuscarora 50. We go green at their Packers Concessions chalk line there in turn number 4.
Kerry Madsen and Cy Lynch bring us to green, and heat race action is underway.
Side by side, Lynch got into the outside wall. It won't slow him down in turns number 1 and 2, but your early leader is going to be the 55 of Kerry Madsen.
Donnie Schatz on the move down the backstretch. They were 3 wide momentarily for that 4th spot. Schatz, oh boy, challenging with Kyle Reinhardt deep in the pack. Kerry Madsen going to lead lap 1 with Cy Lynch hot and tow. Good battle for the 3rd and final transfer though. Here comes Dylan Sisney.
Sisney's going to work the middle side of the racetrack, bouncing through turns number 1 and 2. Remember, he has to get 1 more spot. As there goes Wagner. Wagner off the pace there in turn number 4. Smoke billowing out of the 69K as that will put Sisney inside the transfer spot. A lot of fire coming out now as the caution flag waves.
Get out, come on.
Logan Wagner getting out of that car.
Good to see Logan Wagner out of the car there. Scary moments for the 5-time track champion and former Tuscarora 50 champion.
Yeah, I figured that. Probably about 9 quarts of oil laying on the track right there.
So we'll see if we can get our 3rd partner of the broadcast team, Brad Strasser, down to Logan Wagner here on the front straightaway, but luckily Logan was able to escape the flames of the 69K.
He was the quickest, so he'll be on the pole of the B.
Looking at the B main and how it lines up, Earl, if they can get a new power plant and everything's okay in the 69K, they're able to continue. The front row of the B main consists of the fastest time trial car to Group A and Group B, who does not qualify for the main event regardless of where they finish. And Logan Wagner was fastest in Group A, so if they can get things dialed in, they'll start on the pole of tonight's Classic Inc. USA B main.
So the Mike Collect Paving and Seal Coating track crew making their first appearance of the night here on the front straightaway. As Brad Strasser will send it down to you.
Guys, we're down here with Logan Wagner. First off, Logan, obviously scary scene to be there in the fire. Are you all right, first off?
Yeah, I'm fine. You know, it's sort of a shame for the crew. We time trial well, check that box. Just need to capitalize here in the B main now and move on, you know, put the adversities behind us and charge forward. So, you know, don't count us out quite yet.
All right, Logan Wagner, former champion of the Tuscarora 50s, got some work to do back in the pit area, guys.
Yeah, Logan Wagner, the 2021 Tuscarora 50 champion and 5-time track champion. That's 5 times in a row. He won the track title up through
Nobody
last
has
year.
able to ever do that. Last person that was able to get 4 titles in a row was the man from Mifflintown, Keith Kaufman.
I'm sure he's here tonight.
I'm sure he's down in suite number
Suite,
2.
yep. That might be where Kenny Jacobs is.
Yeah, Kenny Jacobs ran into him earlier today. Him and Kaufman best
I
best.
say they're always buddies.
And they're down there in suite 2 having a good time.
Should bring him over here at some point.
So lots of oil down there. Probably a good 8 or 9 quarts on the racetrack. So we'll get the Speedy dry out and have a little bit of movement there as he hops into Macri Concrete side by side with Steve Topper.
So here's something for you, Blake.
Give it to me.
I'd like to give a shout out to this gentleman, as he has never been one
I know where we're going.
to a sprint car race or a dirt track race. And obviously that means he has never been here to the Port Royal Speedway. So we would like to give a special shout out to Daryl Krasinski, as he is sitting there down in Section A. So I see you, Daryl. I see you popping a couple tops. Good for you, and welcome here to Port Royal Speedway for the 56th running of the Tuscarora 50. He's actually sitting in Uncle Jerry's seat.
Oh, boy.
And Uncle Jerry is not here because he does work for a living. But Travis is down there.
Travis is there, though.
Travis is obviously business partners with Daryl.
Does Daryl know Uncle Jerry?
Daryl has no idea who Uncle Jerry is. Trust me
Got
on
big
that.
shoes to fill in that seat.
Oh, baby.
I see Nancy behind him.
Nancy,
Hi,
yep,
Nancy.
there she is, having a good time.
Fancy Nancy in the house.
We're getting ready to push off.
She's keeping control in Section
she
A.
is.
She's making sure everyone's minding their P's and Q's before they all go down to the Wreckers or Checkers Lounge inside the commercial building.
Where is Lori Yingling? Lori.
Oh, she's over there. I think she's in a different spot.
I have not seen Lori Yingling tonight.
Here, I saw her.
Okay, as long as she's here.
Push off.
So getting ready to push back off here in heat race number 1. 2 in the books and 6 to go. Kerry Madsen, your leader. Cy Lynch second. Dylan Sisney is third. Those 3 cars looking to transfer. Then Kyle Reinhardt will be 4th. Tim Buckwalter 5th. Donnie Schatz 6th. 4th, 5th, and 6th head to the B. 7th on back go to the C. Unless it's Logan Wagner, who, as I said, if he can get not scratched, can get everything fixed up, he'll be on the pole of the Classic Inc. USA B main.
We can't go green and
So Michael Walter 7th and Mike Wagner 8th.
Kevin House letting the drivers know to go through that speedy dry that was put down here on the main straightaway. We'll let them buzz through that, and once officials deem that clear, we will get them lined up behind the John Schaefer Dodge pace truck.
And with the restart, first sighting of the night of Mallory. Our Real Geese Silhouette Decoys Goose Cone.
All right, guys.
I know we got a lot of hunters in racing, and if you like to hunt, download that Real Geese Silhouette Decoys app on your smartphone. It's not too old. They just launched it a while ago, and Craig Mintz and gang do such a fantastic job with Real Geese Silhouette Decoys. Huge supporters of sprint car racing. And our Goose Cone. Can't
Also like to welcome this gentleman and his friends and family to the Port Royal Speedway for the first time, as I'll wait till the cars get by us. So all kinds of legends in auto racing here tonight at the Port Royal Speedway. But we'd like to give a shout out to Matt Hirschman and his friends and family for coming out to the Port Royal Speedway. He has never been to a dirt track race a day in his life as well. He picked a good one.
we'll go green next time by.
And when it comes to
Single file through the cone.
asphalt modified competition, the ground pounders, doesn't get any better than Mr. Matt Hirschman.
Down, guys.
I would like to welcome Steve O'Neill,
Hi, Steve.
lead promoter here at the Port Royal Speedway.
Legend. National Promoter of the Year, Steve O'Neill.
So lights are out. Get back underway here at the cone on the front straightaway.
Cannot pass before Mallory, the Goose Cone. Can't hit her. Cannot go below her. And we're back underway off of turn number 4.
Madsen leads him once again down in the turns number 3.
Oh, Donnie
Cy
Schatz.
Lynch down at the bottom. Yep. Donnie Schatz jumped the cushion there. We'll try to reel back in and drive by Mike Walter in the 77. Battle for third off of turn number 4. Here comes the 91 of Kyle Reinhardt. Right to the pressure to Dylan Cisney.
Reinhardt down to the inside. Kyle Reinhardt into the third and final transfer. Dylan Cisney dives underneath him. Drag race down the backstretch. Reinhardt able to take the air off the nose of the 5 car. Cisney shoots up the racetrack and off at turn number 4. Kyle Reinhardt into the third and final transfer with Dylan Cisney right on his tail taking to turn 1.
Cisney going to go back to the middle side of the racetrack. Gets a nice run there off of turn number 2. Nose to tail into 3. Here comes Cisney trying to make something happen through the middle side of the racetrack, but nothing there yet.
Tim Buckwalter was scheduled to start dead last in this heat race. He's made his way up into the 5th spot. Impressive run for the driver that just has 8 410 wing sprint car starts this season. A USAC East Coast non-wing 360 win for him, but the battle for the final transfer just ahead of him continues to pick up, this time by 2 laps to go, and Kyle Reinhardt has it. Dylan Cisney wants it. 2 car lengths behind him in turn 2.
And Timmy Buckwalter is right there as well. This time by the white flag is out. 1 more lap to go as the battle still rages on for that third and final transfer spot. But you saw Cisney made a mistake there in turn number 4, and that's going to get Reinhardt, let him go by him and increase that lead that he has there on the 5.
Off of turn number 4. Heat race number 1, brought to you by Hunt Brothers Pizza. Going to go to the Madman, Kerry Madsen, and the Tony and Jen Vermeer on number 55. Cy Lynch second, and Kyle Reinhardt the third and final transfer. Can tell you your finish will look like this. 9th, he'll head to the front row of the B main if he's able to make the call. The 69K of Logan Wagner. The next 2 cars will head to the C. Mike Wagner comes home in 8th in the 55W and 7th to the 15 of Donnie Schatz. Next 3 cars head to the B main tonight. 6th to the 77 of Michael Walter, 5th to the 20B of Tim Buckwalter, and 4th to the 5 of Dylan Cisney. Top 3 cars into tonight's Tuscarora 50 A main. Coming home in 3rd, the 91 of Kyle Reinhardt. 2nd to the 42 of Cy Lynch, and picking up the heat race win, driving the Tony and Jen Vermeer own Logan Contractor Supply. Maxim Trucking, or Maxim number 55. How about a round of applause for the Madman, Kerry Madsen, and he will stop and talk to Brad Strasser over in turn 3.
Kerry Madsen picking up the heat race number 1 win. He picked up a win here 2 years ago in the Nittany Showdown against the World of Outlaws. Has yet to visit victory lane with us since, but a great run there in heat race number 1. Kerry, take us through the heat race, how things have changed since the sun went down in time trials.
It's pretty similar to time trials, really. It's obviously pretty good, lot of grip out there, and clean air is everything. So got a good start, and just try to move around and feel the car out and see how it happens.
All right, Kerry Madsen picking up the heat race number 1 win, guys.
Thank you, Brad Strasser, as Competition Suspension Incorporated heat race number 2 makes its way out of the pit area, and this is how they are going to line up. Starting on the pole, the driver comes from Liverpool in the Village Square Plaza, Mountain View Travel, High Tech Metals. Car number 11T, it's TJ Stutz. And then on to the outside of the front row, from Higginsville, Missouri, in the KC's FVP, Andy's Frozen Custard Impact Science. Car number 21, it's Brian Brown. Row 2 looks like this. To the inside from Indianapolis, Indiana. And the NOS Energy Drink, Z-Max, Elliot's Custom Trailers and Carts. Car number 7, BC, it's Tyler Courtney. And starting in that 4th position from Pen Grove, California, in the Toyota Racing Development, Roth Enterprises, Roth Motorsports, HR Livestock. Car number 83, Junior, that's Buddy Kofoid. Rolling off in the 5th position from Hollidaysburg in the Golden Flavor Sesame Sticks, Mike Kleck Paving, Dick's Home Care, Haas's Steakhouse and Seafood. Car number 98, it's Jarrett Cavillett. And then to the outside of road number 3 from Mechanicsburg in the Old Milwaukee Beer, Orange Crepe Brewing Company, Bear Hill Gang 5W, it's Lucas Wolf.
Let's push Tanner.
Rolling off in the 7th position.
Go ahead, Tanner.
From Selinsgrove in the Creasy Signs, Packers Concessions, Golf Racing. Car number 12, it's Blaine Heimbach. And then starting 8th from Lebanon, Indiana, in the True Timber Camo, Rothco Tactical and Outdoor Gear, JRC Transportation, Nice Cretan Landis. Car number 5B of Spencer Baston. And then going shotgun on the field, all alone in row number 5. The driver comes from Aliquippa in the Rudgick's Excavating, Precision Overhead Garage Door, Centerline Boring, Smith Titanium, car number 49X, it's Tim Schaefer. Heat race number 2 is also brought to you by Harshberger Sub and Malt. They're serving you at 2 locations, one in McVeigh and the other in Mifflintown. They're serving great food in a 50s mood. They offer 24 flavors of homemade ice cream and great daily specials, including 50s Night Wednesdays. Like them on Facebook and download their app today.
Heat 2 for the All-Stars is brought to you by Competition Suspension. Competition Suspension has become an industry leader in short track racing suspension. Their dedicated staff of experienced racers are here to help you win. From concept to completion, CSI does it all under one roof at their new state-of-the-art facility in Brownsburg, Indiana. Visit their website at csishocks.com to learn more about the products and services that they offer. CSI is a choice for many of today's top professionals, including 2-time All-Star champion Tyler Courtney, that's in this heat race.
Also like to welcome Lindsay Barna from Fox 43 here to the Port Royal Speedway. I got a feeling she's going to be here all weekend long.
Hi, Lindsay. We finally get to see her.
I haven't really seen her all season. I don't know where she's been.
I'm not sure I've seen her all year yet.
Hey, driver.
Must be mad at us. That's all I can think.
That's all we could think. So here we go. Lights are going to go out on top of the John Schaefer Dodge Pace truck.
Top 3 cars qualified.
Pair of former USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midget champions starting in row number 2. Kofoid, the 2-time defending champion, and Tyler Courtney, 2018. What's his USAC title with the midget? And then 19 the sprint car. I might have those mixed up. But top 3 to the A. 4th, 5th, and 6th to the B, 7th on back to the C. Together at the Packers Concessions Chalk Stripe, presented by Water Treatment by Design, and we're underway. Perfect start there.
Competition Suspension Incorporated Heat Race number 2 underway. Good start by Brian Brown as he will take the lead in turns number 1 and 2. And moving into the runner-up spot right now is going to be Buddy Kofoid.
Kofoid on the move from 4th into the 2nd spot. As right now, TJ Stutz hangs on to 3rd. Brian Brown going to lead lap number 1.
Tyler Courtney, past champion with the All-Star Circuit of Champions, is on the outside looking in. He has to get by TJ Stutz as he's in 3rd, just in front of Courtney. But we got a duel behind them. The 5s are wild between the 5W of Lucas Wolf and the 5B of Spencer Baston. That's a battle for 5th.
Baston on the move. He started 8th in this heat race, trying to work his way into the 5th spot. Past Lucas Wolf, the 2015 track champion. He'll take the spot off at turn number 4 as Tyler Courtney trying to track down TJ Stutz. Stutz about 10 car lengths ahead of him off of turn number 2. Meanwhile, Brian Brown keeping that advantage well above 10 car lengths on Buddy Kofoid, but Kofoid's still well within striking distance this time by halfway home. 4 down and 4 to go.
Can Buddy Kofoid track down Brian Brown? As looks like Kofoid, that car is really working well through the middle side of the racetrack. It just looks like Brown, that car gets a little loose as he jumps the cushion. They're off of turn number 4. Here comes Kofoid. He's within 5 car lengths of Brian Brown for the lead.
Kofoid ready to pounce in the 83 junior car. Crashed, battling for the lead at Bridgeport with High Limit earlier this week. Looking for a little bit of redemption in the form of $60,000 here tonight. Trying to work his way into the redraw with the pair to go. The 5-time Knoxville Raceway track champion Brian Brown hanging on to the top spot.
Track very, very fast still as we are still in the mid 15-second bracket. Kofoid, he's right there. Now he's down to 3 car lengths. So the final lap, 1 more lap to go. We got a battle for the heat race win.
Brian Brown and Buddy Kofoid battling down the backstretch as TJ Stutz is hanging on to 3rd. Final 2 left-hand turns. Off of turn number 4, Blackjack gonna hit. Brian Brown wins CSI heat number 2. Buddy Kofoid gonna join him in the main event, and TJ Stutz. Finish 2, CSI heat race number 2 looks like this. Jared Cavalier in 9th, 8th to Blaine Heimbach, and 7th to Tim Schaefer. They'll go to tonight's Computer Man C main. Next three going to go to the Classic Inc. USA B main, the 5W Lucas Wolf in 6th, 5th to the 5B of Spencer Baston, and 4th to the 7BC of Tyler Courtney. Top three cars locking into tonight's Tuscarora 50 main event. Third goes to the 11T of TJ Stutz. Second to the 83 Junior of Buddy Kofoid, and picking up the win in CSI Heat Race number 2 from Higginsville, Missouri, the Casey's FVP Impact Signs, Awnings, and Wraps number 21. How about a round of applause for Blackjack Brian Brown? And he will pull to a stop down in turn 3 to chat with Brad Strasser.
So Brian Brown making his way in here, has probably one of the coolest helmets in the sprint car racing game. You take a look at that Mountain Dew Overdrive helmet. Boy, is that a cool one. He does a lot of great work on the marketing side and getting some of those good sponsors. Brian, leading all the laps in that heat race, did you feel any of that pressure coming from Buddy Kofoid in there, or were you just focused on hitting your marks?
Yeah, I just try to look out the front windshield, not the rearview mirror. You know, it's just try to move around as much as I could. And I thought I could hear Buddy maybe off my right rear a little bit, but I just want to thank Charlie Garrett. You know, our engines are superb. I think he's got 3 cars here tonight, and they're all 3 in the top 5 or 6, 8 qualifiers. So does a phenomenal job. Just been a long East Coast trip for our Casey's FEP team. Just looking forward to ending it solid this weekend and heading back home and get some home cooking.
All right, Brian Brown picks up heat race number 2.
All Pro aluminum cylinder heads, heat race number 3. Making their way out onto the racetrack. This is how they are going to line up for their 8-lap heat race. Starting on the pole, from Angola, Indiana, and the Race Redeem Foundation, Sundollar Restoration, Hager Realty Services, Jason Dietz Trailer Sales, car number 26, it's Zeb Wise. And then to the outside of the front row, from Myerstown, in the M&M Painting and Construction, Baps Paints, Limewire Customs, Fredericksburg Eagle Hotel, car number 19, it's Brent Marks.
Row number 2 to the inside from Hanover, Pennsylvania, the Dryden, Duramax C&D Rigging, Federated Auto Parts number 1S is Logan Schuhart. And starting 4th from Enumclaw, Washington, he pilots the Caravan Trailers, Fuel Me, Curb Records, Team ASC number 9 is Casey Kane.
To the inside of row number 3, he's from Jonestown, and the Moose's LZ Bar and Grill, Milton Hershey School, C&D Rigging, Heavy Equipment Leaders and Parts, car number 3Z, it's Brock Zierfoss. And then rolling off in the 6th position from Visalia, California, in the High Plains Building Division, Mobile One, Lubbock Record Service, Wilson Record Service, car number 11, it's Corey Eliason.
4th row to the inside from Salfordville, Pennsylvania, the HVAC distributors, Dakin Air Intelligence, Pioneer Pole Buildings, Ken's Tires, Transeast Equipment number 51 is Freddie Raymer. And starting 8th from Royersford, Pennsylvania, the Royersford Rocket, Steve Buckwalter, and the Royalton Recycling, Kaufman Financial Group, Sunny Hill Farm Trucking, number 17B.
Then all alone there in row number 5, he's from Lebanon in the Adams Auto Sales, Fredericksburg Eagle Hotel, Blue Rock Farms, car number 99, it's Devin Adams.
Errol can tell you, by way of winning the night before the 50 back in September, Tyler Courtney will start 19th. He had a free pass into the A main, obviously trying to better that, but didn't transfer, but is automatically locked in, so Tyler Courtney will start 19th. Heat number 3 presented by All Pro Aluminum Cylinder Heads, developed by the best in cylinder head design for top engine builders worldwide. The family-owned business of Bob and Susie Williams is proud to manufacture all American-made cylinder heads in Johnstown, Ohio.
This heat race is also brought to you by Buttonwood Campground, located just 2 miles from the Speedway along the Juniata River on East River Road. With over 270 tent and RV campsites, plan your next trip to the races and camping experience around Buttonwood Campground. Visit their website at buttonwoodcamp.com for details. So we're looking to go green this time at the Packers concessions chalk line there in turn 4. You're going to have Zeb Wise, Brent Marks, row 1. Row 2, Logan Schuhart, Casey Kane. Row 3, Brock Zierfoss, Corey Eliason. Row 4, Freddie Raymer, Stevie Buckwalter, and all alone in row 5, Devin Adams.
Top 3 to the Tusky 50 main event. 4th, 5th, and 6th to the B. 7th on back to the C. 8 laps, Earl.
They hit the Packers Concessions chalk line. Heat race number 3 is underway, side by side in the turns number 1 and 2. Wise down low. Here comes Brent Marks up high, and he'll make the pass. He'll take the lead on the back straightaway.
Brent Marks, fresh off the $75,000 payday last weekend at Williams Grove. Tonight, chasing $60,000, and he'll lead lap number 1. Zeb Wise, the All-Stars champion, in 2nd. Casey Kane in the 3rd and final transfer spot at lap 1.
Logan Schuhart in 4th, and rounding out the top 5, you're going to have the number 11 of Corey Eliason and Freddie Raymer right behind him. Track still very, very fast early on here in heat race number 3 as the 19 of Brent Marks starting to pull away from the field.
This track's starting to widen out just a little bit, but not on the fence like we're usually used to seeing here. But time will tell. We're trying to get there, and things starting to get fast or slow down a little bit. Time slowing down, so that's usually a good indicator of things getting better. Is right now, Brent Marks is all alone out front. He's really starting to pull away. Marks about a quarter of a straightaway lead over the 26 of Zeb Wise. Casey Kane hanging on to the 3rd and final transfer spot. Logan Schuhart trying to close in on him, but not having much luck.
Brent Marks is out to a 1.2 second lead. That was last time by. We'll look at it this time by as he has increased it. It's out to 1.5 seconds over Zeb Wise in the 26.
Lap time slowing down to about the 16-second bracket. We were mid-15s during Hercules Tires time trials presented by Packers Concessions, and Brent Marks is on a tear. And early, you have to wonder, this year Marks kind of took the approach through the late follow of taking a weekend off here and there and not burning themselves out. And boy, it seems to be paying dividends.
Absolutely. Marks was able to get a feature win last weekend at the Williams Grove National Open with the greatest show on dirt. He's looking to continue that luck streak, if you will, or continue that winning streak as he would like to cash in on $60,000 here tonight. And he is strong here in all pro aluminum cylinders heat race as he's now out to a half straightaway lead over the field.
Zeb Wise, since putting the Ford power plant in, has been strong. It's in tonight when they're in the white car, usually the Ford performance motor underneath the hood. And he picked up his first career Eldora Speedway win a couple of weeks ago on the way to his All-Stars championship with Rudine Racing. But heat race number 3 going to go to the Myerstown Missile, Brent Marks. Zeb Wise locks into the main event, as does Casey Kane. So 9th will go to the 99 of Devin Adams, 8th to the 17B of Steve Buckwalter, and 7th to the 51 of Freddie Raymer. Those 3 cars will head to the Computer Man C main. 6th to the 3Z of Brock Zierfoss, 5th to the 11 of Corey Eliason, and 4th to the 1S of Logan Schuhart. Those 3 will head to the Classic Inc. USA B main. Top 3 cars locking into tonight's main event. 3rd goes to the 9 of Casey Kane, 2nd to the 26 of Zeb Wise, and picking up the heat race win from Myerstown, Pennsylvania. Driving the M&M Painting and Construction, Fredericksburg Eagle Hotel number 19. How about a round of applause for the Myerstown Missile, Brent Marks. Brad Strasser will have a chat with Brent Marks in just a moment.
Brent Marks pulling in here inside turn number 3, the M&M Painting and Construction. Murray Marks entry, and a driver whose pockets might be getting a little bit heavier with all the money he's been bringing in after picking up that National Open win. Brent, talk about how good the mindset is. You guys seem to really be in a good rhythm right now, your team. Are you guys feeling confident every time you roll into the track?
Yeah, track's just really fast tonight, and it's going to get tricky a little later, and hopefully it winds out a little bit, but we're just out there, wide open right now, and it's really fast. So guys are doing a great job back there, and car feels really good, and we just have to get ourselves a good starting spot here. And fortunately, we're in the redraw, so it's a long race. Things can change a lot throughout that race. So as long as we go back here and make some good decisions, we'll be okay.
Brent Marks picks up that heat race win. A driver who picks up a lot of money last year, and this year doing just the same after picking up that National Open win, and now setting himself up well here tonight, guys.
Heat 4 presented by Kistler Engines and Kistler Racing Products. Visit KistlerRacing.com for all your sprint car needs. From high-performance engines to wheels to rear bumpers, Kistler Racing Engines and Kistler Racing Products in Fremont, Ohio on County Road 232 has everything your sprint car needs to get to victory lane. Tell Paul, Dave, and Brian that the All-Stars sent you. Here's how Paul and Sue Kistler's heat race will come to the green. On the pole from Mannheim, Pennsylvania, he pilots the Drohan Brick. Shear's Welding. Hers Trucking number 29 is Brent Shear. To his outside, a 7-time Tuscarora 50 winner from Fayetteville, Pennsylvania, the J&S Classics. C&D Rigging, Valley Supply, Randy Shear Plumbing and Heating, number 39M, Lance DeWeese.
Starting third from Monrovia, Indiana, the Avanti Windows and Doors, Brick Spring Car Wash, Jake's Golf Carts, Water Treatment by Design, CoastalRaceParts.com. Car number 13, it's Justin Peck. And then starting fourth, he set fast time here tonight in Packers Concessions qualifying. He's from St. Helena, California. And the Rico Abreu Racing Curb Wrecker Smoker Choice Cigar Bar, ShopRico.com. Car number 24 of Rico Abreu.
Third row to the inside from Kunkletown, Pennsylvania, the Western Mountain. Red Robin, Denochic Logging, number 6, the Kunkletown Kid, Ryan Smith. Starting 6th from Columbia, Missouri, the TI-22, Walker's Performance. Stealth Cam, Clark's Custom Coatings, number 6G is Garrett Williamson.
Rolling off in the 7th position from Bloomington, Indiana, and then Lumber and the Thing 70, it's Craig Kinzer. Then to the outside of row number 4 from York, and the Newman's Racing Engines, Pell's Tire Service, car number 1M, it's Landon Myers.
Final starter comes to us from Sunbury, Pennsylvania, the Mach 1 chassis, CNC Truck Repair. Spring Valley Mulch, number 19R is Mark Smith.
Heat race number 4 is also brought to you by Penny and Bank. They're the official sponsor of the Kids Money Scramble we have here at the racetrack in August. Penny and Bank has 11 locations around the mid-state and is located on the web at pennyan.bank.
Well, Lucas Wolf is giving out at their merch trailer. They've got, wait for this, Earl, free beer.
Say
free
what
Old
now?
Milwaukee, yeah.
You got to be 21 years of age or older.
Yep. So this is cool. I just got a text. So growing up, my neighbor was the Rep family, and they're Carl. His dad has never missed a Knoxville Nationals. The first one, he could probably count on one hand how many Knoxville races he's missed. Well, my neighbor growing up, Ryan Rep, he's here tonight. He didn't even tell me. He just sent me a picture of Old Milwaukee, said, you're missing out on the free beer. So, hello, Ryan Rep, coming all the way from Central Iowa.
Has he ever been here?
I don't think Ryan's been here.
No. Well, we welcome you, Ryan.
Yeah. Their mailbox growing up was a sprint car. Had sprint car painted on it. Sprint car painted on it.
Love that.
Yeah.
Only in Knoxville.
It was in Newton, the big city, just north.
Big city, yep.
Here we go. Brent Shear, how about the qualifying effort out of him? Got the 29 on the top wing, the 12 on the tail tank. We're going to score him as 29. We're underway.
Lance DeWeese just to the outside. They drag race in the turns number 1, 2, 3. Wide. Now Lance goes from 2nd to 4th. He's on the outside looking in. There goes Rico Abreu. He's up in a 2nd. He's going to rip the lip there in turns number 3 and 4. He's going to track down Shearer, who's going to lead lap number 1. They drag race to the line, and lap 1 will go to Brent Shearer.
Brent Shearer leading Rico Abreu hot in his track. So Abreu on the move. Boy, is he really bouncing through the holes over in 1 and 2 and making it look easy, though. Right now, Shearer has it. Abreu wants it, and Justin Peck hanging on to that 3rd and final transfer spot. Brent Shearer, though, leads lap 2.
Rico Abreu, 3 car lengths behind the leader, Brent Shear, as they make their way underneath the Bobby Ray Hall scoreboard. Both those drivers are pulling away from Justin Peck, which is in 3rd. This time by, we're going to have just 5 more laps to go. And how about it for Brent Shear? Absolutely just leading the way here in this heat race.
This is 4th All-Stars appearance at Port Royal. He's never made a main event. Tonight, Brent Shear is at 7th 410 sprint car start of the season. And right now, he's in good position to make the redraw, pulling away from Rico Abreu. Did not have that on my bingo card tonight.
And now we got a battle for 4th, side by side, off of turn number 2 between the 6 of Ryan Smith and the 39M of Lance DeWeese. Lance down low. Can he complete the pass on Smith off of turn number 4? No, he cannot. Smith will hang on to that position at the line.
Ryan Smith has it. Here it comes. Lance down to the inside, but Smith able to pull away. Boy, if you can run that higher side, it's right now through the middle of the racetrack in 1 and 2. It's very fast, and that's exactly what Ryan Smith is doing. Laps winding down, 6 down and 2 to go, and Brent Shear is on cruise control.
There's 2 more laps to go. Shear is out to a 1.6 second lead in the 29. Absolutely just leading the way and letting these drivers know that he is a force to be reckoned with here tonight as he makes his way into turns number 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag coming out and winning Kissel Racing Products heat number 4 is going to be the 29 of Brent Shear. Finishing second, the 24 Rico Abreu, and in third it's going to be the 13 of Justin Peck.
$2,000 to take the green flag in tonight's A main. Finish looks like this. 8th goes to Landon Myers in the 1M, and 7th to the 70 of Craig Kinzer. They'll head to tonight's C main, brought to you by Computer Man. 6th to the 60 of Garrett Williamson, 5th to the 39M of Lance DeWeese, and 4th to the 6 of Ryan Smith. They head to tonight's Computer Man B main. Cars locked into the main event. 3rd goes to the 13 of Justin Peck, 2nd to the 24 of Rico Abreu, and picking up the win from Manheim, Pennsylvania, driving the Drohan Brick number 12, his first career All-Stars heat race, locking into his 3rd ever All-Stars main event. How about a round of applause for Brent Shear? And Brad Strasser, what a run out of Brent Shear.
How about it for Brent Shear? Qualifying for the A main tonight, doing so in dominating fashion over one of maybe the hottest drivers in sprint car racing, Rico Abreu, able to hold him off, getting some congratulations from his crew celebrating that heat race win. Brent, take me through that one. You are looking good right now. This car looks hooked up.
This is like, I love this place to come here and watch, but I've always struggled here, and I just made an all-star on main, so not even it's a Tussy 50. I can't thank my dad, Sean, Yvonne, everybody enough. This is unbelievable.
Well, what a performance. He's looking good. He's locked himself into the A main. Talk about how much that one means, guys.
Yeah, you think about that. He just made $2,000. Think about that one.
That's
well, Mobile One
pretty
heat,
cool.
Yeah. Mobile One heat race number 5 making their way out onto the racetrack, starting on the pole. He is the 2023 Port Royal Speedway track champion. He hails from Raymond, Washington in the Traco Mountain Ridge Metals. Patton Sons, David Ho and Shout Welding. Car number 23, it's Devin Borden. And then alongside him from Kokomo, Indiana, in the Chalk Sticks Epoxy Company, Elite Wings, High Performance Lubricants, Hills Racing. Car number 9P, it's Parker Price Miller.
Row number 2 to the outside, the defending Tuscarora 50 champion from Dillsburg, Pennsylvania. He drives the Bernie and Betsy Stubjen-owned Indy Race Parts, CKW Transport, Charlie Garrett Racing Engines, Jake's Golf Carts number 71, the Concrete Kid, Anthony Macri. Into his outside from Elk Grove, California, the Paul Silva-owned Finley Farms, JVI Group, Fulkins Brothers Trucking, FloRacing, HendrickCars.com, number 57, Young Money, Kyle Larson.
Row 3 lines up like this to the inside. From Elverson and the Charpak Coal Company, Cozy Clothes, Bruce's Hatters. Car number 35, it's Austin Bishop. And then rolling off into that 6th position, he comes from Gettysburg. In the Weikert's Livestock, Sandoz Fruit Market, CochranCars.com, Racer News and Used Parts Warehouse. Car number 48, it's Danny Dietrich.
4th row to the inside, making his Port Royal Speedway debut from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, the Sitgard Engine Oil, Hampel Oil, Western Flyer Express, IWX 5T is flying Ryan Timms. And to the outside from Orwigsburg, Pennsylvania, the Bungos Tires and Service, B&R Self Storage, JJ Speed Shop number 12J is Tyler Reeser.
And then all alone there in row number 5 from Dillsburg and the Chet's Trunks RV 4-wheel drive and performance, Eric's Tin Shop, Bruno Service Center, car number 47K, it's Cody Lehman. This heat race is also brought to you by Advanced Septic Services. We're proudly servicing Port Royal Speedway's official portable restroom provider. Advanced provides septic tank cleaning and repairs, portable restroom rentals, and more. Give them a call at 717-789-4548 or reach them on the web at www.advancedsepticserviceinc.com.
Top 3 to the A, 4th, 5th, and 6th to the B, 7th on back to the C. What a season for Devin Borden. First Port Royal Speedway track title.
Five
wins here, 7 total wins on the season. Parker Price Miller has been fast this season.
What a row number 2.
Yeah.
Both drivers don't need any introduction when it comes here to racing overall and Port Royal Speedway.
Pair of former Weichert Memorial winners.
Guys, work together.
Macri did it this year. Larson did it in 2020.
Can they both transfer through the heat race?
Yeah.
That's the question. Here we go. We're green at the Packers Concessions chalk line.
Look at Larson go down to the bottom and go right after Parker Price Miller for the second spot. PPM's got to run. Here comes Macri down the backstretch. 3-car battle for second.
Anthony Macri, he's going to try to rip the lip at 4. Larson goes across the nose, puts the dirty air on him as he will now be in that third spot. Is he done? He'll follow Parker Price Miller in the second in the turns 1 and 2. Here comes Macri with another big run. He'll dip and dive on the back straight. Anthony Macri side by side with Larson into 3. They're close. They make their way off of 4 as Macri jumped the cushion. Trouble there in 4. Austin Bishop getting upside down. The red flag is out.
Boy, that is a tough hit for Austin Bishop. And the Charlie Sorkich owned 35 car. John Manier quickly on the scene, as is Steve Topper. And Mike Waterman helping us out tonight. Mike, longtime official here in Central Pennsylvania.
Waterman family, great people. Great people.
They are. His son Jordan helping us out as well tonight.
35?
Yeah.
Can you ask about Bishop?
And getting word over the Port Royal radio system that Austin Bishop is okay there in turn 4.
Got stuff too.
Guys, down here at the accident scene, I was watching the 35 of Austin Bishop go through turns number 3 and 4. Just got up top a little bit too quick, caught the outside wall on his own, nearly going end over end. You can see the damage to the front of the car, but a hard hit into the turn 4 wall. Bishop was quickly out of the car, so glad to see he was able to move under his own power, but unfortunate ending to the 35's heat race here tonight.
Thank you, Brad Strasser. So we're going to be pushing off the cars here momentarily. As we do have 2 laps in the book as the caution lights come back on around the Speed Palace. Restart order should look like this. Devin Borden will be bringing the field back to the green flag, restarting second, restarting third, Kyle Larson, restarting fourth, Anthony Macri, restarting sixth, Tyler Reeser, restarting seventh, Ryan Timms, restarting eighth, Cody Lehman. So chief starter here at the Port Royal Speedway, Rob Kirk looking the field over. His assistant, Ryan Benny, should be turning out the caution lights this time by.
Hey, drivers, lights out, we'll go green.
And indeed, he will.
Cone, don't pass before the cone, don't go below the cone. Do not hit my cone.
Once again, restart coming
6 to go.
with 6 laps to go. Track champion Devin Borden will bring him back down to the cone, but Mallory, yeah. We might have to keep Mallory here during the off season.
Yeah, you might have to. He's gonna head north.
Gets too cold here.
Yeah, too cold.
Too cold.
We were hoping
it
she'd
gets
go
too
north.
cold
Kez
for
said
me
she's going
sometimes.
south.
So here we
She's
go.
Canadian. She should be used to the cold weather.
Who's going to win the heat race? Who's going to transfer into the Tuscarora? 56 laps to find out. As Blake Anderson, green flag is out. We're back underway.
Devin Borden trying to track down his first career All-Stars win, and boy, would it be a big one if he could do it worth $60,000. Right now, Kyle Larson holding off Anthony Macri. Got to think Macri did not want to see that yellow because it showed his hand, and here it comes Macri to the inside, battling for third. Larson able to hold him off. 2 car lengths separate them, making a car length to the start-finish line. Macri looks to the inside once more.
Side by side, Macri trying to complete the slide jump. Can't quite do it. Kyle Larson, he'll hold on to that final transfer. Still a long way to go. This time by, we're going to be halfway in. 4 laps in and 4 to go.
You're usually used to watching Macri bang the rails, but at the high side of the racetrack, not down to the bottom. Now he moves a little bit higher there. Had been running the bottom and didn't look to be as good that time by. Up through the middle to the high side of the racetrack over in 1 and 2. Goes back to the bottom in 3 and 4. Larson still hanging on to the final transfer as Devin Borden leads as we cross halfway with 3 to go.
Now Kyle Larson, he's starting to close in on Parker Price Miller for the runner-up spot. This time by, twin sticks are going to be in the air. 2 more laps around the Port Royal Speedway as Devin Borden has a 9/10 of a second lead over the field. Track still very fast here as Borden, that 23, is handling well in clean air as Blake Anderson. The Dr. jacket is out just one more time around.
Boy, he's been fast since getting in the Stamen Shuttlesworth 23 car. And off of turn number 4, he'll lock into the redraw with the heat race win. Devin Borden going to pick up heat race number 5. The law firm, Parker Price Miller and Kyle Larson going to join him in tonight's main event. Checkered flag flying, Devin Borden. The winner, but finish looks like this. 9th to the 35 of Austin Bishop, 8th to the 12J of Tyler Reeser. They'll head to tonight's computer man, C. Main. 7th to the 47K of Cody Lehman, 6th to the 5T of Ryan Timms, and 5th to the 48 of Danny Dietrich, 4th to the 71 of Macri. Lehman will go to the C, Timms, Dietrich, and Macri to the B. Top 3 locking into tonight's Tuscarora 50 main event. 3rd goes to the 57 of Kyle Larson, 2nd to the 9P of Parker Price Miller, and picking up his 2nd career heat race win with the All-Stars from Raymond, Washington, driving the Traco. Mountain Ridge Metals, Patton Son, David Hohenschild, Welding, number 23. How about a round of applause for the Daredevil, Devin Borden? Well, Brad Strasser, you guys have seen Devin Borden a lot this year, and as usual, the 23 very fast.
5 wins this year in 410 competition at Port Royal Speedway, running a special paint scheme here this October for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And the Stamen Shuttlesworth team, I've seen a few different color schemes for this car just this season alone. Devin, it's been a career year for you here, track champion. With the new clay out here, how different is it tonight than maybe what you saw a month ago?
Definitely a lot more dirty. There's not as much grip, and you kind of just got to search for it, and definitely got to change the driving style a little bit. But my guys got me a really fast race car right now. This whole Shuttlesworth Stamen team works really hard, and just can't thank them enough. And all my sponsors, Traco Heavy Industrial, Mountain Ridge Metals, Hohenschild Welding, Patton Son, Certified Steel, just all my guys who got me here.
All right, Devin Borden, your 2023 Port Royal Speedway track champion, picked up the heat race win.
Final heat race of the night is presented by Royal Beverage. Make sure you stop by to not only fill up your coolers with beverages and ice, but also thank them about all their daily selections and the promotional items they have here at the Port Royal Speedway. You can find Royal Beverage on Facebook and also stop by their distributor at 5530 William Penn Highway in Mifflintown. Starting on the pole from Southampton, New Jersey, in the Mid-Atlantic Transportation, J.G. Gronenberger Fine Jewelry. Car number 67, it's Justin Whittle. And then to the outside of the front row, from Waco, Texas, in the Bush's Chicken, Iron Wolf Ranch and Distillery, Easy Print, CSI Shocks. Car number 9R, it's Chase Randall.
Row 2 to the inside from Hanover, Pennsylvania, the Lelands.com. Red Robin, Blazers Body Shop number 27 is Troy Wagaman Jr. And starting in the 4th spot from Lamora, California, the Alba, your alternative. Mesilla Valley Transportation, Tarleton & Son. Liquid Trucking number 41 is Carson Macedo.
Starting in the 5th position from Clute, Texas, in the Commercial Edge Ridge Development, Falcon Brothers Trucking, VA Electric Bargain Barn. Car number 8, it's Aaron Reitzel. Then to the outside of row number 3 from Ephrata, in the Racer Motorsports, Jake's Custom Carts, thetreecenter.com, Jim's Maple Syrup. Car number 45H of Jeff Halligan.
4th row to the inside from Sykeston, Missouri, the Zemco Speed Equipment. Zemco Headers number 1 is 100% Hunter Shermanberg. And to the outside from Jacksonville, Oregon, his Port Royal Speedway debut, the Pels Tire Service, Low E Insulation, Newman Racing Engines. Shark Racing number 1T is Tanner Holmes.
Then going shotgun on the field, all alone in row number 5 from Warrington in the Kelly Racing Fuels, Glendale Labradors. Car number 55M, it's Dominic Malaire. For you race fans at the racetrack, make sure you buy a 50-50 ticket here this evening. Already tonight's jackpot is over $3,000. So if you see one of the 50-50 girls making their way near you, make sure you wave them down. Purchase a 50-50 ticket here this evening.
Everybody else nose to tail behind you until the front row fires. Don't flare out, don't fill any gaps. 8 laps, 3 cars qualify. Good luck.
Heat 6, Justin Whittle. Great to have him back in a sprint car after a vicious ride at Williams Grove earlier this year. Chase Randall and Tanner Holmes. Randall starts 2nd, Holmes starts 8th. Both of them making their Port Royal Speedway debut.
Nice square start here, guys.
Here we go. Green coming out of the Packers Concessions Chalk Stripe, presented by Water Treatment by Design. And turn number 4, the 6th and final heat race. Top 3 to the A, 4th, 5th, and 6th to the B, 7th on back to the C, and we're underway.
Chase Randall will be the early leader. There goes the 41 Macedo dipping and diving. He'll move up into the runner-up spot, and he'll put Justin Whittle back in the 3rd.
Chase Randall going to lead lap number 1, but oh boy, here comes Carson Macedo. Macedo tracking him down into turn 1, looks to the inside, Randall not buying it. He'll pull away down the backstretch to 4 car lengths into turn number 3. Chase Randall trying to hold off a hard-charging Carson Macedo. Oh, Randall got above the cushion there.
Macedo right there, a little mistake there off at turn number 4. Now you can see Macedo bouncing above the cushion there in turn 2, losing valuable space with the leader Chase Randall as Whittle, he's in 3rd, starting to close in. Battle for the 5th spot. Here comes Halligan working down low of the number 8 of Aaron Reitzel. You can see a lot of smoke coming out of the left side of the 45H of Jeff Halligan.
Yeah, definitely. Lots of smoke billowing out of the 45 cars. Looking off of turn number 4. Good challenge for that 2nd spot. Justin Whittle now closing in on Carson Macedo for 2nd. Whittle down to the inside. Macedo better in 1 and 2, but Whittle has been stronger over in 3 and 4.
We're at the halfway point in this one as Whittle, that car is sticking right through the middle, gaining a lot of speed to where he can track down Carson Macedo for the runner-up spot. Look at Whittle right there. He's down to 3 car lengths with Macedo.
How about Chase Randall? This time by tip of the green, 2 to go. Randall's never been to Port Royal. And he's looking to lock into it at, or a redraw spot to start the top 6 of tonight's Tuscarora 50 main event. John Randall, his father, spinning the wrenches on the cars. Justin Whittle continues to challenge Macedo for second.
This time by, the white flag will come out. Here comes Whittle down low. Close racing there off of turn number 4. Oh my, you couldn't stick a piece of paper in between them. Here comes Whittle with another run down low. Macedo, they're side by side off of 2.
Macedo, a big move into turn number 2, going to give him more breathing room into 3 and 4. Whittle, he'll go to the bottom. Macedo goes to the bottom, but off at turn number 4. Impressive run for Chase Randall. He's in the redraw. He'll win heat 6. Finish looks like this. 9th to the 55M of Dominic Melaire, 8th to the 1 of Hunter Schoenberg, and 7th to the 45H of Jeff Halligan. They'll head to tonight's Computer Man C-Main. 6th goes to the 1T of Tanner Holmes, 5th to the 8 of Aaron Reitzel, and 4th to the 27 of Troy Roggeman Jr. They'll head to tonight's Classic Inc. USA B-Main. Top 3 cars locked into tonight's main event into the Tuscarora 50A main. 3rd goes to the 67 of Justin Whittle. 2nd to the 41 of Carson Macedo, and picking up the win from Waco, Texas, driving the Bush's Chicken, Iron Wolf Distillery or Ranch and Distillery. Number 9R, how about a round of applause for Chase Randall? Brad Strasser. Chase Randall just continues to impress. His first trip here, and what do you know? He wins a heat race.
What a year it has been for Chase Randall in competition, and coming out to Port Royal Speedway for the first time, stays out in front in that heat race, holding off some heavy hitters, and he picks up the heat race win. Chase, tell me, your first time here at Port Royal Speedway, you pick up the heat race win. What do you think of the Speed Palace?
It's definitely fast, I'll tell you that. It's probably one of the faster tracks I've ever been on, which is with the banking and the speed. But it's a lot of fun being out here and racing with the best drivers in the country. And with our first time here at Port Royal and get a good spot at the Tuscarora 50, so it doesn't get much better than that. And I'm having a good time out here with all the fans and getting to see everybody. So we'll see what we can do for 50 laps here. It's going to be a long race, and just have a good time out doing it.
Chase Randall setting himself up well here in his first appearance at Port Royal Speedway, guys.
Thank you, Brad, and we're going to get Blake Anderson down to the flag stand.
Tell him to get out there with some pace or push trucks.
Race fans, if you're taking the time to stretch your legs, Port Royal Speedway concession stands are open. Also, Packers concession stands have plenty of food trailers open behind the main grandstands, and go check out the drivers and their merchandise trailer. There is a